Hey everyone, welcome back. If you love that frantic, high-stakes arcade vibe where you just cannot stop hitting the retry button, you are in luck. Today we are counting down 12 addictive pixel art roguelites that will steal your sleep. Starting at number 12. Enter the Gungeon is the ultimate love letter to bullet hell arcade cabinets. You pick a misfit Gungeoneer and drop into a constantly shifting labyrinth where literally everything, from the bosses to the scenery, is gun-themed. The pixel art is packed with hilarious details like bullet casings rolling across the floor and literal bullet enemies shooting smaller bullets at you from a gun. It is fast, chaotic, and demands perfect dodge rolls. Dying here never feels unfair, it just makes you want to reload, kick down overturned tables, and immediately try again. Besides, who does not want to shoot a gun that shoots actual literal bees? Coming in at number 11 is Vampire Survivors, the game that single-handedly turned automatic attacking into a digital addiction. The graphics look like they were pulled straight from a classic 1980s vampire game, but the sheer scale is ridiculous. You just move your character around while thousands of bats, skeletons, and ghosts swarm the screen. As you grab gems and evolve your weapons into screen-clearing storms of holy water and garlic, you become an unstoppable god. It is pure, dopamine-fueled arcade bliss that guarantees you will lose track of time. And let us be real, you still haven't found a single actual vampire. At number 10, Wizard of Legend gives you the fast-paced, kinetic thrill of an old-school arcade beat-em-up, but with magic. You build a deck of elemental spells and dash through randomized dungeons, chaining together lightning-fast wizard combos that look absolutely spectacular in motion. The pixel animations are incredibly fluid, making every fiery punch and icy blast feel punchy and impactful. It relies entirely on your personal skill and twitch reflexes, creating a perfect loop where you instantly restart the moment a rogue boss cuts your run short. It is basically the closest you will ever get to feeling like a hyperactive, fashion-forward battle mage. Sliding into number 9 is Dead Cells, a self-described quote-unquote Roguevania that moves at a breakneck pace. The developers blended gorgeous, fluidly animated pixel art with a brutal combat system that rewards flawless momentum. You roll, smash, and slice through a sprawling infected island, picking up wildly different weapons from giant broadswords to electric whips. The game feels incredibly satisfying to control, and the instant you die, your headless blob corpse simply drops right back at the start line, mocking your failures and begging you to go faster, try harder, and stop rolling directly into wall spikes. Landing at number 8 is Dead Estate, a gory, fast-paced isometric shooter that feels like a classic Halloween arcade machine. You are trapped in a massive, monster-filled mansion with unique characters like a shotgun-wielding trucker or a witch on a broomstick. The pixel art is chunky, colorful, and packed with dripping slime and exploding zombies. It moves at a relentless speed, forcing you to dodge massive boss attacks while hunting for crazy weapon synergies. It is tough incredibly stylish and leaves you immediately clicking retry. Plus, the giant witch shopkeeper is definitely single-handedly carrying the community.
Good luck.
At number 7, Tiny Rogues strips the genre down to its absolute purest arcade roots. It looks like a classic computer game utilizing simple but incredibly charming retro pixel sprites. You move from room to room, dodging tight bullet hell patterns while building a ridiculous character class. The weapon variety is completely unhinged, letting you shoot everything from holy swords to magical pizza cutters. It is highly strategic but lightning fast, making it the absolute poster child for the quote, "Just one more quick 5-minute run" phrase right before you realize it is 4 in the morning. Coming in at number 6 is Nuclear Throne, a brutal, top-down wasteland shooter that does not care about your feelings. You play as mutant freaks fighting through a harsh post-apocalyptic desert to claim the throne. The pixel art is gritty and explosive, and every weapon shot packs a massive screen shake that feels amazing. It is an incredibly high-stakes game where a single mistake can end a god-tier run in half a second. That brutal challenge is exactly what makes it so impossibly addictive. You just have to prove to a random mutant fish that you can actually survive the wasteland. Sliding into number 5 is Loop Hero, a brilliant puzzle roguelite that flips the script by letting you build the world instead of fighting through it. Your little hero walks along a dark, retro pixelated loop entirely on autopilot. Your job is to place terrain, buildings, and dangerous monster spawns using a deck of cards. It feels like a dark fantasy arcade strategy game where you're constantly balancing risk and reward. Watching your hero survive a chaotic loop you designed is incredibly satisfying, keeping you hooked for hours as you slowly realize you are essentially playing an evil, pixelated city planner. At number 4, Revita is a masterfully designed twin-stick platforming shooter centered around a giant melancholy clock tower. The pixel art is stunningly expressive, but the real star here is the brilliant risk and reward health mechanic. You literally use your own life points as currency to buy powerful upgrades and items. This means you are constantly balancing on the edge of a knife, trading your safety for raw power. It is an incredibly tense, beautifully balanced loop that makes every single run feel distinct, forcing you to constantly ask if a shiny new hat is worth half your soul. Taking the number 3 spot is Children of Morta, which proves that an arcade roguelite can also tell a beautiful story. You control the members of the Bergson family, a heroic clan fighting against an ancient corruption. The game features some of the most breathtaking, intricately detailed handcrafted pixel art in the entire industry. The combat is incredibly smooth, and even when you fail a run, you head back to the family house to unlock heartwarming story cutscenes. It perfectly balances addictive action with genuine emotional weight. And hey, at least your real-world family dinners are less stressful than this. Our runner-up at number 2 is Streets of Rogue, a chaotic, pixelated, immersive sim that turns a randomized city into your personal playground. You can tackle your objectives as a sneaky thief, a giant gorilla, a smooth-talking bartender, or a scientist who shrinks people. The game is pure, unadulterated arcade freedom, where plans immediately fall apart and trigger massive, hilarious chain reactions. It is loud, unpredictable, and so fun that you will happily restart the second your character accidentally starts a fist fight with a gorilla and blows up a building. And taking our number 1 spot is Crypt of the NecroDancer, an absolute mechanical masterpiece that forces you to play a roguelite on a literal beat. Every single action you take, from moving to attacking monsters, must sync up perfectly with the pulse of the game's legendary electronic soundtrack. The colorful pixel sprites dance along with you, creating a rhythmic, fast-paced puzzle that tests your brain and your reaction speed. It is a completely unique arcade experience that hooks its teeth into you instantly, turning every single dungeon crawl into a high-stakes dance revolution. That wraps up the ultimate list of pixelated time sync masterpieces. Drop a comment below letting me know which of these games has stolen the most hours of your life. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.